Hello out there. I'm one of your smooth talking, super handsome hosts, Joe. With me always is my homeboy John
Hello, hello.
and my other homeboy Travis.
What's up?
How you doing, homeboys?
Good, good. Can't waste time.
If I could talk.
Season change, man. I'm feeling it too. Thankfully, I'm happy about that. I love the fall.
I disagree. Summertime for life.
No.
All right.
If I could live somewhere that was fall all year round, I would be in heaven. My heaven is a dreary swamp covered in dead leaves with gray skies.
Eating squirrels and
Yes.
speaking of that, I had a topic to start out with, guys. So with these sex robots, if you will, that are becoming more and more kind of mainstream, kind of more obtainable.
Mm-hmm.
There's these real dolls. So these real dolls are these sex dolls, and we all know about them. They look realistic. You know, I'm sure they feel realistic. If they put animatronic esque things in them, do you think they would replace women?
I
To
don't
an
think they would.
extent, yes.
Yeah, to an extent, I don't think they would replace women outright, but there would definitely be a whole lot of people out there that you'd see a lot of people walking down the street with their real dolls, arm in arm.
And I guess I'm not saying more like what we have now with animatronics. I'm talking like iRobot, like has an AI system built into it. You could talk to it, it'll conversate with you. It has its own feelings and emotions.
I,
Like Westworld. Like if you could have a Westworld robot, do you think that that would ultimately replace a woman?
uh, I again, I don't think it would replace it, but there would just be more options out there for people, I guess. And ultimately, I mean, there would have to be male sex bots too for the people who are into the male gender. But yeah, I would totally have a robot girlfriend.
Just
Yeah.
straight up undeniably. Yeah, I would too, Ed.
Yeah, I mean,
Like okay, like here we go. Like someone is like obviously they'd be super expensive and they'd be the new hotness and they would be super futuristic, but like would you hire something like that, say like as a butler or a maid or something, like someone that would make your life easier in the sense that it could clean your house and you wouldn't have, you wouldn't feel bad about it because it's a robot, it's not a real person.
here's the thing: if it still was a hot female robot, I would still try to fuck it while it was cleaning my house.
Yeah, I mean that's the best of both worlds because
Yeah,
she's
whether
not
I was
bitching at
supposed to
you.
or not, it's not really designed for that. Don't care. Like made by it, you missed a spot.
And
Oh
she's not going to
lordy.
yell at you for, you know, making a mess. She's not going to yell at you for trying to do that with her, and she's not going to yell at you.
Like period.
Like if she just starts getting snappy, just freeze all motor functions, and she's
Yeah.
done.
Power you down for a little while. Not plugging you in tonight. You're waking up with 30% battery.
Oh god.
I mean, I actually get snippy like that with my phone sometimes. Like if I lose in a game or something, I'm like, you know what? I'm not charging you. Fuck you. I do the same thing for my sex bot.
So with the dolls that we have now, would you see yourself getting a doll?
Oh yeah, I want one. 100%. Like I've actually wanted one for a little while now since I've seen how realistic they make them look, or not even just realistic. Some of them are like fantasies come to life. Like you could literally buy your ideal doll, what you want in a mate. I'm pretty I don't know, are there male dolls? I know most of them are female, but you can find, like, if you want an anime chick, you can get an anime chick doll, and fuck it, it's your doll. So yeah, I would totally buy one, and I would more than likely retire and fade into oblivion with just my doll.
Joe would be. Oh my god, Joe is very open about this. He he does not care 100%.
If you're going to be a creep, you might as well own that shit. All I'm saying is, if you guys need to find me, I'll be out in the woods in a shack that I put together just so I could live out my days with my doll.
And Joe was never heard from ever again.
Yeah. Living off wild squirrels and bugs, and just me and my doll, who I've already named Cammy.
I can see the headline now. Man sells family for sex doll.
You'd be internet famous without even knowing it, because you'd be living in a shack out in the middle of nowhere.
I could just picture the headline picture too, me standing outside the edge of the woods with my arm around, giving a big thumbs up with a huge smile on my face.
You were in like animal pelts and look like you haven't seen civilization in 20 years.
Joe the Mountain Man and his sex doll Cammy. Do you lose reality at that point and just, like she would be real to you? There would be no, oh, she's not fake, she's real. Like, probably. We'd come out to visit you in your shack, and she'd be like sitting at the table with a spoon in her hand eating cereal or something.
And I would refer to her by name.
We come in, hey, honey, do you want a drink?
Yeah. Honey, can I get you anything? I'm just sitting on the couch with my arm around my doll talking to you guys. Yeah, that's how I want to go out, right there.
I would so fuck with the situation. I'd ask her questions directly. John would feel so uncomfortable just have his head down the whole time because what I'm doing.
Oh my god, I'd be like, oh, well, Joe, it was nice seeing you. I will never visit you again.
What would be worse is if I was like, hey, she's got a friend, and then
he pulls number 2 out of the closet. Like, how would you react if Travis was asking her questions? Like, would you like, babe, stop being shy and answer them?
Yep.
But I feel like with Joe, he'd have one tied out in like this little barn that he'd made. Like he abducted her and put her in there.
Role-playing scenarios.
Some backwoods shit.
I mean, any situation you get into with your doll is role play, I guess. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got a vivid. I think we could have a lot of fun, me and Cammy.
Like, this is already a predetermined thing.
Oh yeah, like I said, I've already named her.
He has played these scenarios out in his head already.
Yeah, I mean, you fantasize, you do. I keep asking my wife if I can get one. It's like, no, you don't need it. I'm like, I kind of do. Like, it's the want is growing to a need. I just got to see what it's like. It'd probably be super disappointing, though. Fantasy of dolls is probably way better than actual reality. But
I don't know, if you put it in some hot water, gotta warm it up.
just heat it up with a hair dryer.
Put them damn hand warmers in there.
Don't bust out the hair dryer, it'll melt one of her boobs off.
Oh god, I was like, they got ones without arms, so she can't fight.
Oh my god.
Like, everything you've ever wanted to actually do sexually, you could do with one of these dolls. Honestly, I kind of think everyone should own one. Like, not every relationship is gives you what you want sexually. Some people just aren't into certain things. So those dolls, yeah, like you said, they can't fight back. They can't say no. They don't judge you for what you want to do.
Unless
They
it's
just
like
have-
Toy Story and they actually are alive. They have to
Oh,
live with the
God, could you
consequences.
imagine that? That's going to be in the next Toy Story movie. Some perverted toy collector is going to come across Woody and take him to use with his real doll.
You'll only be able to watch it on Pornhub.
They're like, Woody, meet Woody. Introduce you to my strap on.
Andy, all grown up.
He became a
Oh
porn
my
director.
God. Can't believe we're having this conversation. This is the video that's gonna get a bunch of comments. Watch.
Good.
I hope so.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm sure I'm not the only person out there that would buy one of those dolls. I mean, this company has been around for forever now, and their dolls keep getting better and better. Somebody's buying them.
I feel like you're just the only one that's actually talking about them like
Yeah,
this.
you know what? I don't even want it to come in a discreet box to the house. Like, I want that shit to say "real doll" right across the side. I want the big cutout in the front with the plastic window on it, so
So the neighbors see it as soon as it gets delivered.
Hell yeah, that's my dude.
yeah, I'll be carrying it around like a my size Barbie or some shit. Like, yeah, look what I got.
All right, hold on, John. Whenever you edit this, I want you to cue the the sad music here. Listeners, for only $1 a day, we can get closer to getting Joe a real doll.
Yes, please send your donations.
In the arms of the angel. Yes, that's it.
Sexual frustration will be averted.
Play
Many lives will be saved.
Play it out like an infomercial or something. Buy one and get 2 squeegees free.
I mean, seriously.
But wait, there's more.
For just $19.99 a month. $19.95 a month.
I think it just said $19, didn't it, on their website? Like, it's a legit thing. I wonder if you have to go like a creditor. Oh, we got to run your background. Your
Oh,
credit.
probably.
Yeah, finance a sex doll. Yeah, probably.
I mean, seriously, if I can just get 2,000 people to donate me $1, then I'll buy one of these. I'll post pictures online too. Be like me and the doll sitting there taking a selfie with my arm around the doll, all happy in the background.
I'm seriously trying to find out some.
He's gonna
some
start.
options here.
Joe's gonna start his own NSFW Patreon. By the way, if you haven't figured out, this podcast is very NSFW as well.
Yeah. I mean, in this day and age, I think I could get away with loving my real dog. Take her for drives. I do that shit just to freak people out too, though. Like drive through somewhere and get some food and like put the milkshake in her hand. While I was at
They
the
probably
this
think
for
she's
me.
real.
like, there you go, sweetie. Is that good? Yeah, that's good.
They'd be like, "How in the fuck did this dude get with that?"
Right?
Oh god.
Like some of these dolls look like, I mean, yeah, any listeners, go to the website. I think it's myrealdolls.com and just take a look at some of these dolls. A few of them do look like actual real women. So, check it out before you judge me.
We're gonna end up with a partnership with these guys. Like what?
That'd be awesome as hell.
Dude, sponsor me. I will talk about my doll every podcast. I'll tell you stories about what we did over the last week. So me and Cammie went to the zoo.
Buy now, pay over time. Finance. Oh, it's with PayPal credit and get 6 months to pay interest free.
That's hilarious.
Not bad. Might have to look into getting one of these things financed.
You can build one. I mean, from scratch.
Yeah, yeah. You can pick all the pieces you want. Pick the face, the hair, everything. I've researched.
Buy now, split it into 4 payments. What? So four payments. That's what, $500. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's just your rent.
Just your rent. Yes, because Joe's going to use all his rent money to buy the doll. That's why he's
Well,
living in the shack in the
yeah.
woods.
That's what I mean. Once I get the doll, I don't need the house anymore. So I'll just go door to door, knocking on, asking people if I can stay the night with me and my doll.
Joe's going to
Like-
travel around all like the bed and breakfasts across the nation. Hope you've got a cheap fee.
Like, look, we're on hard times right now. We don't have a place to stay. Who's we? Me and Cammy.
He points and she's in the passenger seat of his car, just like all not doll-like at all, staring
be
off
weird
into
is-
space.
I could just like stuff a pillow up under her shirt and be like, my pregnant wife out there. Really? She really needs a place to stay.
Okay, here it is. I don't think it's gonna let me click on it. Nope.
It knows you're not seriously going to buy it, so it's not going to let you.
Yeah. Okay, so Clarna. I guess is how you say that. Where the fuck is she? I seriously want to see. Do you have to pay like a down payment? Is this like a for real thing?
You might.
Like usually I buy guns and
It's easier to buy a gun online. Sex doll.
What's up, Bruce?
Oh Lord.
We want to make sure you're not going to do anything bad with these dolls. I mean, I could look at this website for hours, to be honest.
There's gonna be a humane society for these fucking things.
Yeah, what's the PETA equivalent for sex dolls, right? Like,
Just imagine the commercial now. Like it's outside some fucking broke down ass house, like in the middle of winter, its arms sticking up out of the snow.
Got tears in the skin that are crappily sewn back together.
Its hair's falling out.
all the pieces have fallen off. It's not a body anymore. It's just the pieces of the body laying around. Oh,
It looks like a
tumbleweed.
kid's, like 3-year-old Barbie doll that they never took care of. They tried to put makeup on it with permanent marker, and it looks like crap.
Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ.
like, what are those guys that go around the country and they look for like old antiques and stuff? They're gonna find one of those one day. They're gonna come across Joe's shack and be like, "Oh, bro, this thing's worth like 10 grand now."
Oh, trust me, she's not going to be usable after I get done.
Oh
That's-
my god.
That's a toy going to the grave with me. I ain't. Me and her are going to get
That's
buried in
amazing.
side by side plots. Just me and Cammy. The rest of our days.
Oh god.
Uh,
I haven't laughed this hard in a minute. Oh my god.
I gotta stop looking at the website. I'm getting distracted here. Forget that I'm looking at a real doll site and think I'm actually looking at porn.
Oh god. Yeah.
I don't want that on the podcast.
No. Next topic.
Like, why has Joe been muted for the Oh, it's good times. All right, yeah. let's move on. It's getting a little too pornographic at this point. All right.
Lordy.
I wanted to talk since the season is changing. It's becoming my favorite time of year. What kind of seasonal nostalgia do you guys get? Like, for instance, me every fall, I want to play Fallout 3. like specifically Fallout 3. Every single fall. This game's been out for what, 8 years, roughly?
No, I think it's close to 10 years actually.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I believe.
eight's close to 10.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I want to play Fallout 3. And the reason being, the first time I played Fallout 3, it was fall. So, and I had such an amazing time with that game. That's the only thing I played for like 2 months solid. And yeah, so every time fall rolls around, to play Fallout 3. And also, whenever the winter rolls around, Skyrim. And every fall and winter, I do this. I may not like play all the way through the game, but you know, there'd be a couple of nights where I play nothing but those games, so I could recapture that bit of nostalgia. So, what type of things do you guys get nostalgic about, and what season are you nostalgic about?
I guess the only thing that I can really think of, seasons in particular, like seasonal nostalgia. The only thing I can think of, anyways, is like around Christmas. I like watching the first Home Alone movie. I know they show it on TV a lot, and it's a Christmas movie, of course, but that's like the biggest thing that I can think of is every, around Christmas time, I have to watch Home Alone and listen to Christmas music. That's the nostalgia for me, I suppose.
So you definitely get into the Christmas spirit when the holiday season is upon us.
I do, yes. I love Christmas. That's my favorite time of the year, anyways.
And say I share that. Like Christmas time, I definitely like to watch Christmas movies, the classics and newer ones too. And I like put together a Christmas music playlist, and yeah, I'm very nostalgic for Christmas as well. So, Travis.
I like a hot, sweaty summer day with a big old silicone bust up on me. I had to go there.
Right back to it. Yeah.
That's not going to die out through the whole stream. It's not dying out, I promise.
Every 10 minutes. Yeah. That's amazing.
No, I like when Halloween comes around. First off, that's my favorite holiday of all time. But
oh yeah,
the Hulu's having their special going on to where they're gonna have all the the scary movies come on for a little bit and then they'll go away.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play a lot of horror games. Yeah. It's usually about fall, because summer, mostly I either get dragged into doing something like rebuilding a room or or I just like going outside. So I don't usually play video games during the summer too much, or necessarily watch movies. But fall is definitely going to be anime now.
Oh yeah.
And winter's going to be nothing but you know what? I don't know. I think just because it's coming up, it's going to be Call of Duty, but kind of whatever game comes out. I mean, it's just one of those, hey, if the game comes out, the game comes out. If not, then
fall
stuck with my doll.
For that fall and winter.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was to say I don't really have an inkling to want to play specific games during a season. It has to do more of like with the setting. It's real weird. Travis, I know I've told you this before at work, but depending on where I'm at work makes me really want to play certain games. It's really weird. And none of the games that I want to play have anything to do with the job that I do either. Like, for instance, I work in a factory, and anytime I'm in shipping, I really want to play Hitman Absolution. No clue why. It has nothing to do with a factory at all. I just, for whatever reason, as soon as I go into shipping, I instantly want to play that game. I don't understand it.
I think it's just the way my brain
gets triggered.
I think it's because you want to stealthily creep up and murder some of your coworkers. That's what's making you think of Hitman.
Yeah, we have new laws called red flag laws. So I'm gonna call the FBI real quick here.
Yeah, right. That's funny. Yeah, definitely a lot of games come out around fall and Christmas time, of course. Though, yeah, it's winter. What else do you do besides stay inside and watch movies and play video games?
Right.
You hop on your real doll.
Gotta stay warm somehow.
So here's my proposition with it. If we all chip in, can we take turns with it?
Oh my god!
I've actually tried to get somebody to go these dolls with me. I mean, we could take turns picking a different piece of the body too. Like, I like that wig. You like those eyes. You know, I would totally go in on it with you, Travis, and we can. I'll take it for a week, then you take it for a week.
I no longer want to be a part of this podcast. What in the world? Oh God!
Come on, man! If you get in on it, then we can do. Each of us get a week out of the month, and then we'll have see who gets her for the 4th week.
Dude, we could get the accessory
Rock,
pack.
paper, scissors. Accessory pack. Just swap it out.
Maybe we get like this Siamese twin one.
What is happening?
Get the exotic ones. You gotta get the coolest. Like, oh, you got a sex doll? Look at mine. It's conjoined twins, bro.
I mean, they gotta represent dolls too, right? So
what would be fucked up is we order one, we get the she-male.
I didn't see any little person ones. Why? I mean, there's still a market for that, isn't there?
Well, I think they're all pretty small. At
I
least
mean,
the
like,
ones that I've seen are like maybe four, almost 5 feet.
That's shorter than I expected on some of them, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure like the bigger ones are gonna be.
I mean, if it's shorter, that's just easier storage. Take up less space under the bed. Or
well, I thought she was gonna sleep in the bed next to you there, Joe. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the wife's still alive. So.
Yeah, the wife's still there. She might go to sleep with just me and her in the bed, but she might wake up with me, her dog.
So okay, that brings up a question then. If they made male versions of these and your wife or girlfriend bought the male version and she asked you to have a threesome with her and the doll, would you guys do it?
Yeah. I mean that'd be the same as her busting out a vibrator.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd get into it and actually move the doll for her. If she wants the doll on top, I'll puppeteer that shit for her.
I mean, if you think about it, it does get that urge that women have to do that, so we don't walk in and that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, like say, okay, yeah, then that'd be another thing too, that you walk in from work or something, say, and she's in the bedroom going to town with this doll. I mean, do you get mad? Or not, because you know it's a doll, I guess.
I'd probably start stripping and join in. And then she'd be all disappointed because I was there.
Here's my thing with it is, look, if I'm gonna buy a doll, it's obviously because it ain't happening, or it's not happening the way I want it. So fuck her for getting one, because she has me, okay?
So she's probably thinking the same thing though too. She'd get mad just for the same reason if you bought one.
Oh my god, I'd die. It wouldn't be the next podcast. I would die. She'd walk in and I'd be plowing this piece of ceramic plastic. She'd be like, "What the?" It wouldn't even be what the fuck. I'd just hear my gun cabinet being unlocked, and that would be the end.
I mean, I'd go out with a smile on my face, just me and Cammy. Till the end of our days.
Just like Bonnie and Clyde. Oh my god, that needs to be a t-shirt. Joe and Cammy. You with like an old gangster hat on?
Yes.
I'd get the old black and white photo done at the fair or something.
Oh, Western style. Oh god.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
So, Real Doll, if you guys are, hearing this podcast, go ahead and give us a something in the comment section if you know what I mean.
Hit
Yeah,
us
I
up.
could go for a sponsorship. Let's go ahead and get that going.
We're
We-
gonna have to
we're-
move our podcast off of YouTube.
Yep, we'll be on Pornhub from here on out.
Little did you know you went to Pornhub for podcasts, not for videos.
There's probably somebody out there with it.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I like I saw somebody on my Twitter feed, they posted something about getting on Pornhub and they searched for, unusual things that you would find on Pornhub, and it's a guy giving feet massages, and that's all the videos are. And they're super popular videos, so I wouldn't see why a podcast of us talking about real dolls would,
Yeah.
I could see it being big.
Okay, that is one fetish that I'm gonna switch gears here for a second. The foot thing is one fetish that I just do not understand. I mean, I'm okay with feet. I'm not disgusted by feet. I have known actually quite a few people that are like, "Oh my God, get your feet away," because they hate feet. They don't even want to hear the word foot. But I don't understand the people that are turned on by. Maybe I just haven't come across that particular set of feet yet that just make me go.
I mean, yeah, it's what you're into or what you're not. You're obviously not into it, but there are people out there that are into it. I personally, I don't hate feet, but I don't love feet either. Feet are feet to me.
I've never understood that. Not knocking it. I hope anybody out there that hears this does have a foot fetish. I'm not talking trash about you. I'm just saying I don't understand it. So
yeah, maybe enlighten us down in the comment section.
Yeah, and please don't try to get me to understand it either, because I just have. You do you. That's all I'm saying. We're just gonna keep coming back to this.
Yeah.
We'll switch gears for a minute, and it's gonna be right back to me and Cammy for the rest of my days.
Oh, that's too good.
This new segment on wasting time: Joe and Cammy.
Fan favorite.
Requested by millions.
That's funny.
Hey, honey, how you doing? How about the weather?
Do you start talking for her?
No,
Like,
you
how
just sit there
crazy
and
are
pretend-
you?
You
How
just
do you
pretend
get-
that she talked and only you could hear it. Because after a while, that's what's going to happen anyway.
It's telepathically speaking to each other.
I mean, it's like they say, as soon as you start answering yourself, that's when you know you're insane. So, but are you considered insane if you're not? Well, yeah, I guess you would still be answering yourself. Yeah. Talking for somebody else, I feel like is a whole other level of crazy.
I don't know. Either way, I'd be happy. Crazy or not. And if they do lock me up, they better lock me up with my doll.
I suppose that's all that matters, right? As long as you're happy, it's not like you're running around doing terrible things. You're just living in a shack with your sex doll Cammy.
See,
Exactly.
what
Not
it would
hurting
stop.
anybody.
It would stop prison rape. Think about that. If
would.
every inmate was given, instead of like, all right, you can have yard time or you could have Cammy time.
Can you imagine conjugal visits with a real doll? It would probably make solitaire tolerable.
That's
Completely
great.
defeat the purpose of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I would end up just spending all my time there. As soon as the guard came to let me out, I'd punch him in the face or something and just turn right back around and go back in.
yeah, something tells me that wouldn't be allowed. Solitary confinement is there for a reason.
Yes, it's a terrible reason, an archaic reason. Should really be gotten rid of. So let's actually lobby to get the real dolls in the solitary confinement. Dude, those inmates would come out so relaxed.
I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
They put me on the Cammy program.
It's a 10-week program.
I've been reformed. I actually thought I was getting out of. Tried to keep me a little longer, but they said I'm ready.
That would be taxes I would be worth paying.
Our country spent 1.3 billion last year on real dolls.
So, Joe, I think you had another topic.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go right back to
It's gonna be. Oh my god! It's just
gonna
a
be a
half hour of
three-part.
us laughing.
It's gonna be a 3-part episode. It's gonna be about nothing but real dolls.
What in the world?
Find out next time.
I'm gonna end the first episode with us laughing, and then start the next one immediately with us laughing still. Like.